Hey there, ducklings! Is that what you call DuckTales fans? Let's roll with it. I'm Shaunicus, and this is my face. Something I don't show a lot here on YouTube, partially because I like to go deep into editing and showing off fan theories and ideas by cutting together images and words and video. But I gotta do it today because I'm short on time to create stuff. Partially because I'm really busy with work, but also because I'm getting ready for D23. D23, Disneyland, but for Disney fans. Well, it's not Disneyland because it's across the street from Disneyland in the Anaheim Convention Center. What it is a giant convention that's basically all things Disney. You get Disney TV animation, you get the movies, you get video game tie-ins, you get the Marvel movies, everything. And it's really exciting. It only happens once every 2 years, and I'm going. And this year, they've got a DuckTales panel. And I guess DuckTales is what I do on YouTube now, so I'm gonna be there. I don't really know what I can promise out of my coverage of going to D23. I'm gonna be there with this camera, a GoPro, and this lavalier mic, which hopefully makes me sound okay to talk on the floor and show things off to everyone here back on YouTube. But what's actually gonna be there? Well, it's kind of hard to say. We know the panel is going to have some of the creative team on it, as well as some of the voice actors, including the voices behind Webby, behind Louie, behind Launchpad, and I think also Mrs. Beakley. And that's really exciting. And normally I'd be all about speculating, saying that we're gonna see a new trailer or some new preview that we haven't seen before ahead of the TV movie launch that happens next month. But I'm not sure we will, because 1 week later, a couple hundred miles down south in San Diego, is ComicCon, which has its own DuckTales panel. And that one has Scrooge McDuck himself, David Tennant. So they might hold off a lot of announcements there. What D23 does have, however, is a recreation of Scrooge McDuck's money bin, and I'm gonna jump in it, assuming I can wait in line long enough to get in there. But man, I really want to do it. It's a lifelong dream. There are 30,000 plastic coins just calling out my name in that money bin, and I've got to be in it. Here's the real trick about that, though. I'm also going to Comic-Con, but I'm not going to make it to the DuckTales panel. I'm going to be in the air flying to Comic-Con right as that's going on. Poor planning on my part. Really disappointed. So I'm gonna miss the DuckTales panel at Comic-Con, and I don't know what's gonna happen at D23. In fact, besides the voice actors, the only thing I know for sure that's going to be DuckTales D23 is this amazing poster by Mike Perez. It's a 30th year anniversary poster that shows the original DuckTales cast and the new DuckTales cast meeting in the hallway of a mysterious castle. It looks kind of awesome, but if I was gonna nitpick it a little, that's not really the sailor suit that Donald Duck wears in DuckTales. But it is his classic suit, which is better anyway. But this print is one of those reasons so many Disney fans go to things like D23. D23 has a ton of exclusive items and merchandise and posters and things that you can only get there, which is awesome, but also kind of a nightmare, because I'm not really that fanatic of a collector. But there is one thing I want to collect. For all my years of being a DuckTales fan and loving the Carl Barks comics and all the other Duck Disney stuff, there's never really been good toys of Scrooge and Donald and the nephews and Webby for me to take in and buy. With the exception of those stuffed, the plush DuckTales toys I had when I was a kid, there's not really anything. But that's about to change. Funko just announced that it's having a classic DuckTales line of pop figures, and they look adorable. I don't know if these are gonna be at D23. I'm pretty sure they're gonna release after it, actually, according to the Amazon listing, but I'm gonna be looking for them anyway. Combined with the Darkwing Duck Funko Pops that were announced a few months ago, this is like the complete line of Disney Duck Funko Pops. You've got all three nephews, you've got Classic Webby, you've got Uncle Scrooge, and if you combine it with Darkwing Duck, you've even got Launchpad. This is awesome. And normally I don't collect these. The few Funko Pops I do have, they're just kind of sitting away on a shelf up, not even really looked at. But these will be like a prized possession. And I've already cleared it in my budget. I'm gonna find these, I'm gonna buy them, and when I get them, I'm gonna bring them here. I'll show them to you guys on YouTube, and we'll talk about how awesome they are, because normally Funko's black eyes are a creepy void of like soulless staring, but here they're really adorable, and I kind of really want these. That's it for now though, just a quick update. I don't really have time to put together a full video, but a ton are coming. I'm writing a kind of in-depth look at the animation of DuckTales and the style to sort of as a response. A lot of people have been responding in the comments. They're like, oh, the animation's not good. You're wrong. I'm gonna show you why. The animation's really good, and it's the style that you have an issue with, and there's a lot of history and interesting things there to talk about. I'm also working on a Donald Duck rebooted video because new Donald Duck, he's very much classic Donald Duck, but there's a few things about him that are just a little bit different, a little bit more caring, a little bit more kinder, and has a different history that I kind of want to look into. But those are kind of on hold until we get some new footage to work with because, well, there's not that many previews yet. But a couple more did just drop, so I've got to mind those, and I'll be back with more DuckTales stuff as soon as I can. If you subscribe to me for non-DuckTales stuff, remind me about that in the comments, and I'll try and get back to the gaming and the Ghostbusters and whatever you want. I'm just a little obsessed right now. But if you can bear with me until that obsession either evolves or burns out, really appreciate it. Either way, until next time, take it easy, Internet, and I'll see you guys at or after D23.